Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Nipa TV show. I'm your host, Nipa TV. That's me, and we're going to be watching game number 3 between the two players that we have been casting before. It's TY versus Liquid Clam. Let's introduce the players on the unknown map, which is unknown, by the way. TY as the blue Terran in the top right of the map. In the bottom left of the map, we have this here, Liquid Clem. He be the red person. Liquid Clem. Alright, so we will see what these players will do this game. Very exciting stuff last game, especially with that proxy starport with the Liberator harass. That was pretty cool to see. And yeah, that was pretty much it. I mean, there was some basic PvT stuff going on. It was pretty cool to see. Definitely fun to learn about the what is it, the sensor towers being made, starting to be made in the third base, and then the outlier bases after that. Cool to see. I never thought sensor towers would be used that much at all, but I guess they're getting more and more popular nowadays, or have been. I don't know. I've been out of it for a little bit, so I do remember when StarCraft 2 first came out. Sensor towers were not really used that much. At the very beginning, probably a lot, and then people were like, these kind of suck. And then now we're reaching age where it's like, sensor towers, we're pretty good, and we're gonna go and start using them now. I hope that doesn't ruin your plans. And to which the average Terran player is just like, are you freaking kidding me? I've spent 8 years perfecting my one base Rax push, and you're telling me I need sensor towers in the late game? F you, man. Okay, of course, this doesn't make any sense, but that's okay. We have a command center going down for TY at this time. We have a Clem making a base as well, a command center. We have Reaper coming out for Clem as well. Do we see anything else? We're probably going to see a factory being put down, which will probably be the same thing over here. Yeah, it is. So Reaper is being sent out on the field, goes up the hill again. And curious, what will Clem do that starport build again? He probably won't do the proxy starport build again, because TY will probably be expecting that. And we'll see it. We'll see what happens. It's always an interesting moment at the early game for StarCraft. It's always a peaceful time usually until you hit that 4-minute mark, or even 3-minute mark. Then things start getting spicy, start getting habanero-esque. Anyways, Clem got that second the refinery here, so he's probably going to be doing some kind of gas-heavy sort of thing. We might see some Banshees. That'll be cool to see. Maybe I get my wish. I did get my wish last game, but I want to get it again, because I'm a selfish son bitch. We do see supply depot being lowered over here, and both players are getting their orbital commands at their naturals. Things are looking pretty standard so far. We got actually a reactor on the barracks, but they're making Marines instead, and a wind of mine, so we'll probably see a fancy excuse me, a fancy schmancy medevac drop. You see that medevac being produced as well. Will Clem do the same thing? He is doing the swap Reno. He's getting tech lab, so we might see, we are going to see a Raven. Okay. I'm not going to get my wish. Darn. Okay, well, maybe something else exciting will happen. Maybe. Perhaps. What's this over here? That's a Reaper. That's a blue Reaper. He's coming up the hill, and he's going to scout, and he's going to see a crap ton of units that are going to have to be forced to be sent over. 88 charge does get used on that refinery there. And the Reaper is going to go down. Didn't really get that much scouting information. Did get the tech lab. What was that? He did get the tech lab, what is it, knowledge. So he'll probably get, he might think it's Banshees, might just think it's a Raven. But we'll see. Depends on if TY will get an NG bay at all for missile turrets and whatnot. But TY is coming in with that drop that we saw earlier. Widowmine is being planted first, interestingly enough. Does immediately go down. That Raven is a detector. I always forget about that. And immediately that Widowmine does go down. So I actually do like Clem's use of getting an early Raven to detect those widow mines. That's pretty cool to see. Reaper of Clem does die. He even waved his hands in the air before he met his doom. We have another command center down over here. This will probably definitely be used for a third. We'll see definitely an economic advantage for TY possibly. We'll see if Clem follows suit. Do see a CC, so yeah, it's gonna be about the same in terms of these third bases from these gentlemen here. We do have some Vikings being churned out as well, as per standard PvT protocol. We have a small force from TY in the center, a siege tank, and a handful of Marines. We have, what is that, 11 Marines? Supply depot being made over here. I do like when, not just Terran, but Protoss and Zerg, they put some kind of, so Zerg, they would put an Overlord here. Like when Protoss puts a pylon at the edge here, and Terran would obviously put a supply depot there. It's cool to see because then you could detect drops a little bit sooner than if you didn't have anything over there, which is cool to see. As you can see, starport is being moved over and a reactor is going to be built on that one. And we see the boys being pulled. Oh, it's because of there is a liberator here. It gets 2 SCV kills. And Clem really throwing down the hammer at this time. These Vikings would also be really good for those liberators as well, I'm sure. But TY is going to retaliate. Comsat's the main force. Main force is going to move to his main base, but not before TY is going to say, "Sup, man? I'm going to get a siege tank in here and a Raven. What you going to do about it? You're going to do nothing except cry and push to the main base," which is that's what he's doing. And these SCVs are still pulled. They're going to have to be forced to attack the main army. Where is all this SCV damage coming to? Oh, okay. Clem has that liberator in the main base. I was wondering, the indicator's going crazy, especially for freaking Clem losing 30 SCVs. Absolutely insane. And the siege tank does get interference. And SCVs, the boys are being forced to be pulled. At the same time, Clem is going to push into the main base. So we'll see how much damage these SCVs could do. Heck yeah. You don't see really any main force at all for TY, except for obviously in the main base. So this is going to be probably a base trade, which is always awkward with Terran players, because they can lift up. Unsiege tanks are moving in, gonna do a massacre on the SCVs. Oh, the humanity. Command center does go down in the main base, as we see. And we'll see what happens. TY is moving his orbital command down to his projected third base. And at this point, TY is trying to do as much damage as he can. Same with Clem. So things are looking pretty cool right now. I believe that, yeah, so Liberators are only anti-air once they're out of Liberator mode. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. So the Liberator, when it goes in Liberator mode, she's looking through her freaking VR headset down here. That's sick. All right. SCVs are unfortunately going to die. This Liberator is going to pew-pew on their face, and they do. TY is destroying starport and just the structures that are lifting off, so classic base race for sure, trade, whatever have you. TY is gonna oh no. Is he gonna converge? Oh no, isn't this gonna be awkward? Oh, they can't attack okay, they can't attack structures. All right, never mind. Will TY make it first? I think he will. TY does make it to his base first, and TY sending his other orbit over here. Drops, and he's like, in your face, dude. In your face. What are you gonna do? Is he gonna land it next to it? Come on. Come on, Clem. Land next to it. Oh, you prude. You prude. That would have been awesome. Oh, man. Well, in the meantime, we do have TY's forces rendezvousing on the last bastion of hope, or one of the last bastions, rather. And no, we are not playing Overwatch. Eric's moving over to the left side, and at this point, that's kind of weird. Oh no, Clem's command center is under attack. TY sent some of the Marines over to try to do some business, but at the same time, Clem is going to attack TY's base. He has one siege tank. And it goes down, and this base, oh, this poor base is so heavily undefended at this time. What will TY do? He's gonna pull his SCVs out. Does he have another command center? He does have a command center over here at his original natural. And this base is gonna go down for TY. And Clem's gonna be, I'm taking this. I'm gonna finish what I started. And does he do it? He does it in your face, TY. Get out of here, dude. In your face. All right, we see Clem moving over here to the barracks, and he's turning away. That's cool to see. I mean, mules are definitely helpful in this situation for sure. And how many structures does Clem have? Clem actually has this base over here too, which is kind of cool to see. And he's churning out Marines. What's the income actually? I haven't pulled up the income tab in a while, so it's actually favoring Clem at this time. Oh well, that's pretty even actually. So both on even playing field. It could be either player's game at this point. We'll see what happens because it really just takes one really bad mistake to call it quits for this game. At this point in the game. Yep, we got some Marines being churned out. Still no combat shield. PvT obviously delayed that. And Clem is forced to move away because he is under attack by the singular Marine. A very scary situation. The single Marine is like the 0.01% that the hand sanitizer doesn't kill. That's how powerful it is. And he has a buddy too. That's terrifying. We even have a stim going down. This Marine's going to town. Nice. Okay. And Clem's, whatever's left of Clem's force is over here. It's moving over there. And this command center is probably going to... No, it's alive. This is a weird stage, man. This is a weird game. I like it. And TY still has a Raven, which will actually be extremely helpful versus these siege tanks. And both forces, or both players are just trying to build up, but TY does see the command center here, but doesn't pay attention. That's okay. And we do see TY stimming back to base. And we still have some decent saturation, or a decent amount of minerals left in the natural here, so this will be good to see. Clem has some siege tanks. Comsat wars are starting up again. That means civilization's starting up again. This is pretty cool to see. I believe that this command center is going to be used to churn out more SCVs to fully saturate this base. Clem is in a pretty decent position. He definitely has the high ground, but so does TY. So we'll see if both players do a temporary ceasefire so that they can build up their forces and smack each other in the face again. And we do see an aggressive command center move for this here. And oh man, that was the incinerator. So that siege tank is not doing anything. There's only one siege tank that's doing stuff. Liberator is being put into Liberator mode. Does go down. Doesn't do that much damage. And TY pretty much just cleans up house. And that is game from Clem. Wow. What a wacky game. That was pretty fun to see. I haven't seen a classic base race in quite some time. Of course, I haven't seen StarCraft in some time. But you know, that's cool to do. So I want to thank you guys for, so much on a serious note for watching the series. And I'll see you in the next series. Bye-bye.